Hi guys, Foxtrot here. Today I'm going to have a look at the LVFR A340-300. Now this is a recent release, last couple of weeks, looking at £24.74 on the marketplace, and it comes with 33 liveries. You should see a couple of those on your screen now. Now LVFR has been known for mediocre aircraft at best, mainly catering to the Xbox crowd. However, there has been a few mods to fix their previous releases. That's not happening with this one, so those holding their breath for a Horizon Sim mod, you can forget about it. It's not happening. LVFR are completely on their own with this one, and we'll have a look today at how they've done. Now, firstly, I'm going to apologise for the camera angles here. I've not quite nailed that down yet in the settings, but we're going to have a look at the exterior model. I'm basically going to let it do its own talking, so I'll just let you have a look at the camera and see what you think from that. Let me know in the comments. Onto the interior temporarily for the electronic flight bag. You can see it's pretty basic flight bag. You can get SimBrief integration on there, and you can sync all that, sync the plan, sync the payload, sync the fuel, which is good. Pretty necessary now, and most aircraft do have it, so not really revolutionary. We then have a checklist on the flight bag, which is good. It is a very basic checklist though. As I say, some of the buttons are in op, so don't expect much from the checklist. Very basic to get you through to start and takeoff. Then got a performance calculator, but what it doesn't include is a descent calculator, which would have been nice. And below that we have the pushback and ground services. Now, as you can see from the services here, you can open all the doors and you can bring in the cargo, luggage, catering, all of that, and we'll have a look at that on the exterior. And then just a settings tab as well there. Okay, so as I said, the EFB opens all the doors and puts the catering services, cargo, etc. there. So we're going to have a little look at that. So you can see all the doors open, all the cargo doors open. There are cargo loaders here, and cargo is inside. Round to the other side, then we've got a couple of stairs, which is a nice touch. They're very basic, but not all aircraft have this, so it's good to see. Obviously, unless you're using various other third-party programs to have those stairs in place. This is nice to have. We've got cones there, an aircon unit, more stairs at the front, a GPU, and all doors open. Little aircon door underneath open as well, which is good. All little nice touches. Now there is a problem with the elevation, you can see on some of the models. Hopefully they do sort that out, but other than that, it's pretty good. It's a nice little touch. Again, front cargo there. Okay, so we're going to have a little look at the exterior with sounds as well as ailerons and how things move and lights. Now you should hear the engine spooling up now, nice and loud, a lot of power to them there, so let's listen to that. And now we'll get into reverse thrust. Again, really get the power from the engine, all four seem to have their sound in there. Okay, looking at the flaps then, you can see them coming down here. Now I'm going to fully extend them, and we've got the lift spoilers as well there. pretty basic, the flaps. The models aren't the best looking, but they're certainly not the worst. They function, that's the main thing. They slow the aircraft down. Lift spoilers up there as well do the same. Obviously we do have auto spoilers on here, and we're going to get into avionics. So ailerons and flaperons, rudder and elevator there. All working, all moving as they should be. Okay, now we're going to have a little look at the lights. As you can see, this is all lights on. Now this is obviously daytime, but we're now going to go into night time, so you can have a look at those lights and see what they look like in the dark. There we go. It is very basic. It does look a little unrealistic in places, especially on those wing lights. However, from the rear, it looks great. That's not a thing to say, but never mind. You can see the cabin lights are on there as well. You can turn those off using the EFB on the inside, but they do add a nice little glow, especially at night time. And that's the exterior with sounds, avionics and lights there. Okay, onto the cockpit now then. So I'm going to show you around the cockpit with everything off and everything on. First of all, everything off. Pretty basic cockpit functionality. The buttons you need work. Obviously there are some that are inoperable, quite a lot that are inoperable, but the basics are there. You can set your frequencies, radio, navigation, you can use your ILS, everything you'd expect to be able to use. A couple of other things that are just inop buttons floating about, such as the emergency exit lights. There's a couple of dead click spots, so you can run into trouble trying to turn the lights on there. You can see the blind comes down, but if you come to the side, you should be able to do that. Blinds do drop down at the front, nothing at the sides, I believe. Other than that, pretty basic. All the things you'd expect. Door opens, which is always a nice touch. But that's it with everything off, and we'll go into everything on. Okay, so the cockpit, as you can see then, everything on and engines running, just so you can hear the sound that you will hear inside the cockpit. We've got a few of the lights on as well, so the systems lights. If I put the floodlight up, you can see the tone change there as well. And what I will do is I'll set it to night time, so you can have a look at the cockpit there as well from the interior. It's okay. That light in the dome light, little bit unrealistic, but the rest pretty good, as it is good for night flying, good for day flying. You can see from the screens, obviously all readable and legible, a decent size font on there. Now the systems, as I say, the systems are all the basic flight systems in Microsoft Flight Sim, so don't expect anything fancy. It can do ILS, and it can fly a flight plan from beginning to end, as you'd expect. I have used it on VATSIM multiple times, and it's been quite successful. You will run into trouble if you're asked to do a hold. You have to go to manual hold, various other difficult approaches and go-arounds. You'd have to do it manually, but otherwise it uses the basic Microsoft Flight Sim systems, and it flies okay. For those of you hoping for a modification from Horizon Sim, you can stop hoping, because it's not going to happen. They have said they will not work with LVFR anymore. They're going to maintain their mods on the A320 series, but they will not be doing any modifications for the A340 series. So it's up to someone else if they want to improve this. This aircraft's pretty good. I reckon it is the best LVFR aircraft available. That doesn't mean that it's an amazing aircraft. It does the job, and it is fun to fly. Okay, interior look at the cabin then. We are in the cockpit. We can open the cockpit door, going into the main cabin itself. Do excuse the camera flickering, I'm not sure why it was doing that. And we're going into first class. Now you can see pretty blocky looking, fake looking seats here, but you know, they do the job, and it's not too bad of a detail here to have. Moving in, you can see the lights for the seat belts and no smoking. They are inoperable, they're always on. Same with the doors, you can't open them from inside, which would have been a nice touch. Into business class then, and again, the seats actually look a bit more realistic here, but that's because they're just plain colours really. Again, just basic textures on there, but it is well done, it's good enough. And into economy, all the seats, as you can see, configuration, we do have a toilet you can enter. You can't open the door, but you can sort of skew the camera through the closed door there, and you can have a look at the toilet, which is strange to have a toilet modelled even though you can't open that door, so I'm not sure why they'd bother. The galley at the back then, again, very basic, everything closed, everything not interactable. Okay, so what do we think then? The Airbus A340-300 by LVFR. It's pretty good. For £24, I wasn't expecting a lot. I was pleasantly surprised, I must say. It's probably LVFR's best aircraft they've made. That isn't saying much. If you are hoping for a mod coming along to make this aircraft more simmable, please don't hold your breath. As I've said, Horizon are not going to be working with LVFR anymore, so that's not happening. There may be another one, but it's unfortunate Horizon aren't working with them. So be it. This aircraft's okay for the price. It's certainly enjoyable. It's good fun. Serious simmers might get a bit picky, but certainly for Xbox simmers and people who are casual simmers, this is a great aircraft for the price. £24.74 on the marketplace. It comes with 33 liveries. There's loads more available on flightsim.to. I recommend it. I've enjoyed flying with it on VATSIM so far. Like I say, you will struggle if you run into more difficult situations on VATSIM, such as holds or go-arounds. You'll have to fly them manually, but otherwise it's a good fun aircraft to fly, and you can sim okay with it. Let me know what you think, guys. Leave a comment. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye. If you enjoyed this clip, don't forget to follow or subscribe and leave a comment. Thanks.